So it's been a little over a week since Sony officially announced the PlayStation 4 Pro and the PlayStation 4 Slim. And at first when I watched it, I'm like, oh man, I need to make a video and talk about this. But you know what? I said, you know what? Let me hold on. Let me kind of digest what took place. And so over the past several days, I've been able to think about, I'm thinking about a lot about the PlayStation 4 Pro and the PlayStation 4 Slim. One of the first things though I did is actually I talked to my boss. I said, hey, they just announced the PlayStation 4 Pro and the PlayStation 4 Slim. Told him about it. And he looked at me and he said, PlayStation 4 Slim, isn't the PlayStation 4 already pretty slim? And I said, you know, it actually is. And you know, the funny thing is though, I'm thinking about back in the PlayStation 2 days, when they went from the PlayStation 2 Fat to the PlayStation 2 Slim. That was a huge difference in how compact they made it. That was pretty awesome. But it is going to be smaller, the PlayStation 4 Slim. So we've got the PlayStation 4 Slim and PlayStation 4 Pro coming out. First and foremost, one of the things that I do have to mention, I have here my PS4 with the Nyko databank and my 4 terabyte hard drive. The PlayStation 4 Slim and the PlayStation 4 hard drive, if you want to upgrade your internal hard drive, you will not be able to use, or if you wanted to use the Nyko databank, you won't be able to use the current Nyko databank because the hard drive is in another location. If you notice, the top of the PS4 Slim and the top of the PS4 Pro, both of them have like the sleek finish. There isn't like, you know, you can't separate the top, take that off and take out the hard drive. So I thought that was interesting. It'll be interesting to see. I would love it. I know most of you guys, hopefully all of you guys are on board that I would love it if Sony would allow you to just hook up an external hard drive. I'd probably sound like a broken record to you guys, but it is so easy. A lot of you guys saw, I just got a hard drive for an external hard drive for my Xbox One. It is so easy to add external hard drives to the Xbox One. Super easy. Much different story for the PS4. So hopefully they'll offer that type of support where you can just, if you got an external hard drive, you just hook it up, easy peasy. Now, when they announce the hard drive, I do have to point this out. The PS4 Pro hard drive, they're like, you know what? We know that this machine is going to be capable of 4K gaming, so we're going to offer you a 1 terabyte. Sorry, I was dreaming there. We're going to offer you a 1 terabyte hard drive. And when I heard that, I'm like, Sony, have you not learned? What are you talking about? 1 terabyte. That's the best you got. But then I started to kind of think about it. Granted, I don't think 1 terabyte is cool for the PS4 Pro, but at the same time, it makes sense to me from a financial perspective. And what I mean by that, on their end, for gamers' perspective, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're buying a whole lot of games. But as far as a financial perspective, if they want to get that PS4 Pro under $400 or get it at a $399 price point, they need to, I wouldn't say cut corners, but they need to make sure that, you know, with the, you know, this is a much more powerful console than the regular PS4. And so with that being said, they're like, oh, we could add a 2 or 3 terabyte hard drive. But, you know, would we be able to keep it at the $399 price point? That's one thing. The other thing that really bothered me is they said 4K gaming so much. And I don't remember ever hearing in their conference native 4K gaming and upscaled 4K gaming. There's a difference. But they never talked about that. They just kept saying 4K gaming, 4K gaming, 4K gaming. The other thing that really didn't make much sense to me was the fact that the whole thing is that whether you're on the PS4 or the PS4 Pro and you're playing multiplayer, the frame rate is going to be the same, because according to Sony, that if by chance, say for instance they are playing Battlefield 1, they wanted the same experience. They did not want gamers on the PS4 Pro to be playing at a higher frame rate. And they thought that that would be an unfair advantage. So first and foremost, I do have to tell you guys, if you guys are watching this and you know you're interested about the 4K or the upscaled 4K, and that's interesting to you, but the main reason why you want to get it is for the increased frame rate. if you are all about the multiplayer, it will not matter at all, apparently, if you have the PS4 standard or the PS4 Pro. As far as from a frame rate perspective, it does not matter at all. It definitely matters as far as a resolution. You will be getting better visuals. But as far as multiplayer and frame rate, both consoles apparently is going to be the same. But this doesn't make sense to me, their whole claim about how it'd be an unfair advantage, because I've never ever heard of a PC gamer going, you know what? Oh man, I've only have a GTX 780, and those guys with the GTX 1080s, they're just kicking my butt. Not to say that frame rate doesn't matter, but not once. You know, PC gamers, they're playing on different machines, different specs, different frame rates. And a lot of these gamers on PC, they might be playing a game in 30 frames per second, and then you've got a gamer playing at 120 frames per second, and they're having a blast. And I never hear any complaints saying how, man, I wish it was on an equal playing field. So I don't really understand the rationality or the thinking of Sony on that part. It'll be very, very interesting. And I recently heard about, I guess, the guy who leaked the PS4 Slim and the PS4 Pro, or predicted it or said it was going to happen. He recently said on how there's going to be PlayStation 5 in 2018, which is interesting to me because I thought Sony recently said that once the PS4 Pro was released, don't expect another console for a very long time. And so, November 10th, the PS4 Pro is coming, very long time. I'm thinking 3, 4, 5 years, not 2 years. The prediction is that in Christmas time of 2018, there's going to be a PlayStation 5. It would make sense, though, if a PlayStation 5 came out in 2018, mainly because a lot of people are like, saying, oh, the PlayStation 4 Pro is going to get spanked by Project Scorpio, the Xbox Project or Scorpio. The Scorpio has so much better specs than the PlayStation 4 Pro. But the whole thinking about that, let's say, for instance, next E3, Sony says, hey, we got the PlayStation 5, and it's got double the teraflops as the Scorpio. Then people will be like, hold on, do I want to get a Scorpio? I'm going to hold off. I got my PS4 Pro or my PS4 Slim, or I got my standard PS4. Just something to think about. But yeah, as far as the PS4 Slim and the PS4 Pro, I'm sure that they will sell very well. It'll be interesting with the PS4 Pro and with the Scorpio coming out. Just some of my thoughts for you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you guys going to be getting the PS4 Pro? Oh yeah, obviously one of the very important things with PS4 Pro is that you'll be able to experience, you'll have a better experience, higher frame rates, better visuals, better resolutions as far as the VR, which will be very, very important. I do think it's interesting with that, and also I think it's interesting with the Rise of the Tomb Raider is a perfect example of what the PS4 Pro is going to do. They'll give you a few different options on how you want to play. You could either play the Rise of the Tomb Raider just standard at 1080p 60 frames per second. You can play at 30 frames per second, but you'll have like all the bells and whistles, like really, really good visuals. Or you'll get to play it in 4K, I believe 30 frames per second. I might be getting kind of like that little off, but it's interesting. Give you different options on how you want to play. But anyway, guys, interesting stuff. Let me know in the comment section below if you're going to be getting a PS4 Pro or the PS4 Slim. As always, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you later.